We're live at Imagine 2024 News Desk Studio, and I'm joined by Partha, who's an automation leader in a large oil and gas organization. Partha, how are you enjoying Imagine so far?
It's great so far. I was here last year too, so see a lot of differences. Last year was more about Copilot and stuff, but this time it's all about Gen AI.
Yeah,
really excited to work on
absolutely.
these cases.
So, as an automation leader of such a large organization, I always love to hear about what has been your biggest win or the accomplishment you're most proud of this past year.
So actually, I was part of a midstream organization 2 years back,
Okay.
and we got acquired by my current employer.
Okay.
So we had to do the bot migrations from V11 to A360. So that was the biggest accomplishment because we had almost 36 plus bots, and we had a hard deadline of March 2024. So within a span of 9 to 10 months, we completed these migrations. And some of them were also because some were lift and shift applications,
Okay.
but many of them had like new applications. So we just did not have to do the migration, but also recode a lot of stuff there. So I think that would be a major deal breaker for me. And also we are doing a lot of document automation use cases now across different spokes that we have or we support as COE. I did the POC and I'm able to get good results for almost 5 different business units.
That's awesome.
So I think this will be very groundbreaking in the next year or so when we start seeing the actual outputs.
What's been the impact for those business units that have been the beneficiary of your document automation initiatives?
So we had challenges with people. They just think that automation or RPA is just scraping of data from websites.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than, and now you're trying to put brain behind those bots. So they are more confident now. So I think if you get the people or the business onboarded, the stakeholders onboarded with you,
Yeah.
the task becomes a lot more easier. I feel technology is not a challenge, the people are. So
Yeah.
I think I've got the confidence now. And since these POCs have worked good so far, they have more confidence and they want to try out new stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree. The impact of your ability to promote your program and the impact that you're having for the organization is underestimated by a lot of automation leaders.
Right.
And that really helps you to grow. It helps for sustained investment. It helps for improved investment for next year so you can go bigger and do bigger things for your organization.
Exactly.
Talk to me a little bit about some of the challenges that you've faced as an automation leader. We've all gone through this, right? Leading an automation program, we went down this one path, started doing things one way, and we had to kind of reverse course and,
Right.
and change things around. I'll go first because I don't want to put you in the hot seat
Sure.
with a negative thing. When we started capturing metrics, we did a really bad job at it. And we were a federated environment, and so we had different teams using different ways of calculating metrics, and it became this like fight over who did better and who was, the biggest saver for the organization. So that was something that I had to learn early on. How do we standardize our metrics across federated teams? What's something that you've learned and had to grow through?
I agree with you. I second that thought because we are trying to do something now on the metric stuff. We had on Tableau earlier, it was broken. So we don't have numbers to show to our leadership that you were spending so much on the licenses. What have you done in return? What are the return on investment or the cost avoidance as we call it? We could not get it up last year, so we're working on it. We have built a package now to get. But the challenge that we are facing is the numbers that the business gives. Sometimes they do not match with the true work that automation is doing. So you have to check and ask them, okay, on a transaction level, like you have to dig deeper
Yeah.
and see at a transaction level, okay, these bots operate 24/7. So you have to consider those also. So I think the criteria that you put in to get those metrics is very
Yeah.
important in order to get the true numbers. So one challenge was that. Second challenge is we are not an established COE yet, to be honest with you. We've been there for almost 3 years now. We have been trying seriously for the last year or so, but the migrations did not help. We got sidetracked, but this year our focus is to get our COE up and running. And the problem is we operate in a hub and spoke model. Not all the spokes that we have or support are not at the same maturity level. Some are advanced. Like one business function has 50 plus bots. The other business unit has only 4 to 5 bots, but they have more developers. And not everybody is from the technical background. So you have to adjust accordingly. And as a COE, we have to enable them. So enabling them, trying to help them. And sometimes you don't want to be too pushy. because they feel, oh, okay, maybe are they stepping out of their boundaries? So
Yeah.
setting up an established COE has been a challenge, but I think we are on the right path. We have got the bot metrics going. The logging has become better for us. We have got the stakeholders buyout on this program. So I feel confident about this year, and thank you Automation Anywhere for all the support. I've been working with my CSM very closely, Pratik and Brett. I would
Yeah.
like to mention them out.
Yeah.
They've been helped me with lot with the Pathfinder communities. So I'm trying to get past those challenges by setting up more community meetings or having AI Automation Anywhere bring some solutions and show us,
Yeah.
and then discuss with your business stakeholders and see what can you take from there, what can you learn, and how can you grow.
Yeah, I love that. A couple of things you mentioned there, I do want to quickly recap. Metrics, super important. The messaging, super important, right? If I'm going to talk to someone who's in an operational role and I'm talking to them about financial metrics, it may not connect. They care about SLAs, they care about accuracy rates, they care about the capacity to be able to get work done. If I talk to them about finance, it may not connect right away. Right. So really important to get your messaging right. And as you start to work in this federated environment, like you mentioned, the hub and spoke, it's really important to make sure you've got strong standards in place, from the way you're doing logging, to error handling, to log management, to bot templates or bot shells. All of that is really important to make sure that as you continue to grow, you still have consistency in the way that automations are being developed, executed, and obviously driving business value for your organization.
Right.
Thank you so much for stopping by the Imagine Studio. Thank you for joining us for the Imagine 2024 News Desk.